What is up, everybody? I'm NoLucksGiven here with your afternoon snap, and it is the start of a brand new season, so we've got some housekeeping to do. There's a few things that I want to cover in this video. First, we've got the new song. That's always like the first thing that I talk about with the new season when I load up the client on Steam. And honestly, I'm not totally sold on it, just compared to some previous songs. I love the work that they put into everything on that front, but this is definitely one of my least favorite songs, I think. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in love with Marvel Zombies. I've only seen the first 2 episodes on Disney Plus. It's not really speaking to me, to be totally honest. Now, maybe it's gonna get better. They have not introduced Scarlet Witch yet, so, you know, that could certainly amp up the second episode was better than the first one, to be sure. So maybe the trend will continue. I'm going to wind up finishing it. And I do like a lot of the artwork from this season, though. As I brought up, I really like this Mr. Fantastic, zombie Mr. Fantastic artwork. But not as big of a fan of just like the theme of the season as a whole. And there's a little bit of an interesting part of it, too, with I think it's called a parasitic mechanic. But basically, with Undead Horde, yes, there's ways to synergize with it that don't specifically spell out horde, like increase your horde, but they're probably not going to make any new zombie horde cards anytime soon. So that's going to make it a little bit tricky to like get excited about this mechanic when we've like kind of seen all that it has to offer, and it's not doing anything like super impressive to me. But I digress. One thing that I always have to do at the start of the month is open up some collector's reserves. Well, I don't have to, but I guess I get to. I allow myself to, because I like to open up until I get 7 gold tickets from these collector's reserves. And that way I don't have to mess around with Proving Grounds or Silver Conquest for the entire season. Last season, that was like more than enough. I actually did have to play a little bit of Proving Grounds last season, though, because there was a week where I think I was just like really struggling to complete some alliance quests and win games with 8 cubes. I have to imagine that's what I was angling for. So I played some games in Proving Grounds and yeah, just like needed those and was really struggling. Ooh, food fight variant. Okay, this is gonna tie into a few things that I want to talk about in this video. I like the food fight variants. The kebab on X-23's blades are pretty nice, or claws. I don't know what the technical term is for those, but now we've got some progress on Even Heroes Get Hungry. We'll check that out in just a moment. But I always like to start off with this. And I do want to say, because normally pretty close into the start of my video, I tease that I'm like doing a giveaway and stuff like that. I'm going to have a longer part of this video where I talk about what is changing to giveaways on this channel. All, I think, good changes that I am making, but it's going to mean that there's slightly different requirements for you guys. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and I will also have some information on that at the end of upcoming videos, I'm sure. I believe I've only opened up 1 gold ticket so far. Isn't Sus is funny. I like both of the titles that we've gotten so far, actually. The one was like, I'm a computer, actually, or something. I don't know what it's a reference to, but Sus is fun, especially the tie-in with the Demon Bluff and all that. I actually, okay, I believe that's my first symbiote Spider-Man variant. I think this was a season pass card, but that was when I was free to play. Not bad at all. Yeah, that'll knock up the mastery a little bit. Cool. I have not yet claimed the title. Ooh, Dan Hip Black Cat. Okay. I always appreciate a Dan Hip. And yes, so I got a title from top 16ing the first Golden Gauntlet qualifier. It's like in the end game or something. And I have a redeemable code for that title. I have not used it because I don't really care. I mean, I like the I'm an influencer tag, and I like some of these other ones too. Collection level bank balance. I mean, yeah, my collection level's really high, so I guess that is probably true for most people, to be honest. I don't even know what was in that one. I was distracted. I think that's gold ticket number 2. But yeah, at one point I was thinking of selling my my code that contained that title. I'm still not against it. I just haven't really made that a priority. Ooh, first Havoc variant. Yeah, Havoc was at level 1. Now it is at level 4. Mastery is a little bit interesting in that capacity, but I will take it. I have yet to split Havoc. I wasn't really even playing it in Invisible Woman First Steps. What is this? Use your inside Psionics, the company that makes Rocket League. Yeah, it's somebody telling their mutant son or daughter, would you rather have would you rather have a mutant son or complete that. Somebody complete that. Would you rather have well, I guess would you rather have a mutant son? No, mutants are X-Men. Oh, okay. Would you rather have a mutant son or an Avenger's daughter or something? I don't know. Where else was I going? Yeah, I just haven't spent the... Okay. I think I have a Rocket Raccoon that I really like. I think I've got, like... what are they called? Oh, baby variants. Yeah, I've got a baby variant. They look like Calvin and Hobbes variants to me, so I really like the baby variants. But this one's not bad either. That'll give us a little bit of Rocket Raccoon. It's always tough to, like, talk about other stuff while you're doing the opening, because every 5 seconds something else happens, and then I want to talk about that too. But as far as selling the code, I'm not totally for or against it. There's, like, been some discussions on, like, oh, is this TOS or stuff like that. I don't know. Something that's basically why I haven't really pursued it any further, just from not wanting to anger people that could potentially provide me with other opportunities and things, right? But yeah, not super excited about the Destroyer Pixel variant. Nova started it. Not sure what that's in reference to, but we'll take it. Would you rather have a mutant son or a Nova daughter? And Yondu Dan Hip to bring up the rear. We must be nearing on 7 tickets now. Let's take a look at Conquest. Maybe I passed it. We've got 5. Okay, cool. We can open up 2 more. Yeah, I wound up having, like, so much extra. So, like, in the shop, you can buy... oh, and I didn't really look at this, but this is cool looking, too, because it's kind of zombie-esque. I bought like 5 of these last season. Nothing good from them. I'm really only looking for RSM boosters there, I suppose. Let's finish off. Oops, wait, no. Spoiler. Yeah, right here. Let's grab 2 more gold tickets, and then I will take a look at all of the variants that we got, not only today, but since the last time I did one of these videos. So over the past month, we'll take a look at all of the variants that I unlocked, which will also take a look at some of the splits that I've done over the past month, what I've been upgrading. We'll kind of get both of those things in the next segment. Wow, 2 gold. The first gold ticket came so quick, but then it really dried up. I could potentially stop at 6 here. Where... Might take a look at how many tokens that I have. Ooh, Flaviano variant Darkhawk. That'll get me up to level 9 on him. And yeah, I thought that was an album progress as well. We'll have to remember to look at albums too. Maybe I'll go look at albums first, just so that way I don't get distracted and forget, because I did not have that on my little docket sheet here for things to make sure that I do in this video. Yeah, I think I'm going to go till I open up one gold ticket, because I have opened up so much. Cats are just okay. Cosign. I'm a dog guy. But my dog is very cat-like. Fleas have me. What does that mean? Some of these are like, I mean, most of them are like very like self-deprecating in weird ways. That one is just like, I mean, maybe it's referencing something. I think it's just supposed to mean like, I'm so dirty that I'm what fleas have. This is crazy. This is wild, especially because I've been playing so much Sunspot recently. Mastery. Cool. Okay, we might have to use that Sunspot, but before we do that, we need to open up one more gold ticket for Conquest mode. Wow. Ring bell for service. That just means nothing to me. Ooh, Pixel Modoc. That is a good one. That's in the, like, worst Pixels album. That is an all-timer. We might have to make that an infinity border. Another Ghost Rider. Wow, we've gotten a lot of variants in this opening. Not a bad one. Ghost Rider is like the most, so last season they introduced the chains border, and Ghost Rider is like the easiest card to put chains on. There's also a She-Hulk with chains in the art. I think we're going to stop there. How many credits do we have? Only 5,000? Let me just double check that I've got 6 gold tickets. I'll get to 7. I found that 7 is normally a good number for me. Last season I had a really good deck that I was playing with, so I might not always be that lucky. You know what? I'm going to stop at 6. I am going to stop at 6 because I think that, like I said, as long as you have a good deck, 6 is usually enough to get all of the rewards fairly easily. So let's take a look at albums first here, and I don't believe that new albums should float to the top. I don't know. I mean, they're in the order that they come out, I suppose. But how did we do on Flaviano Enjoyer? Ooh, this is actually big. I could certainly see setting this album as favorite and really hoping to build to the Galactus OK emote, especially now that with the most recent Deadpool's Diner, everybody, I mean, not everybody, but at least I got, I think, 8 emotes for free. I never had any emotes before that, and got a whole bunch from that event. And then even Heroes Get Hungry got some progress in this from the X23. One more of these and I will have 2,000 credits. I think the Death Eating Taco is pretty good. Oh, and it's spicy tacos too. That is, yeah, that's definitely a fun one. And I was getting this confused because I guess Death is sort of a Hispanic thing. They just put out a Dia de los Muertos Death variant last season, I believe. I don't know when Dia de los Muertos is, but I guess September is a fine place to put that right before Spooky Month. Kind of a little precursor. But yeah, I like a lot of these. I think that this would be a fun one. Let's take a look. I guess we will see that Death variant in short order. How much am I covering up stuff here on this side of the screen? I think it's fine. I got a new Morbius. I'm rocking the baby Morbius right now. Does this say nap in peace? That's cute. Let's see what this would look like, though, with the border that we have got. It's not bad. It's not bad. This is classic Morb. This is Morb with bats on it, which is fun. Pixel Morb with bats on it. This one doesn't. You kind of lose the bats. You can't really tell what's going on there. This one has bats as well. And it's a cool, it kind of, I mean, it's cartoony. It's cartoony, and you can tell that this is like a Dracula in this one. Whereas like, I mean, this one you've got the ears. Okay, you've got the ears in most of them, I suppose, but you kind of miss the detail in this, and especially in this one, you can't tell. Yeah, because you can't see the ears in half of them, but I like how cartoony this one is. It's a fun take, but nap in peace, yeah, we're gonna go with that one. Unfortunately, What else did we get? I wound up opening up Moira X last season, and this was not in my season video proper. In the season video, start of the season video, I opened up till I got Invisible Woman, which wound up being everything. So I got all of these cards in the last video, and Cobra and Hellion just came in the Series 5 packs. But then, for the second Golden Gauntlet qualifier, I wanted Cosmic Ghost Rider and Stardust. I played those both in my deck in that event. I played Arishem, and I also wound up opening up Moira X, Sparky, and Frankie Ray Nova in that time. And I played a lot with Frankie Ray Nova and Sparky, actually. These two were the two main decks that I played in Deadpool's Diner. I played basically exclusively Frankie Ray Nova, but a little bit of Sparky with a new build of Human Torch that I thought was fun. So was happy to pick up all of those cards, really, and I think I'm going to give Moira X a decent shot this season. That is the plan. Ronin, this Ronin is looking crazy. We're going to have to take a look because did I unlock, with this, did I unlock Orange? I did not yet do that. So I don't know. This is really sweet. I do like, while this is grayed out though, how lack of color this artwork has without even needing the black and white split. So I'll keep Ronin on that mode. This Destroyer may have been from an album, Soup Jaw variant. I'm not sure, but we also did just get, I'm going to keep pressing that button. We also did just get, this is, okay. We just got the Pixel variant. So I guess this was my first Destroyer variant. And then I also had this Pixel one in this video. Definitely not going with the Pixel, but I suppose we'll go with this one for my Destroyer. I didn't mind. So Destroyer was like one of the first, I think it may have been the first deck that I hit Infinite with. So there's definitely like some place in my nostalgia, in my heart, for just rocking this split right here. And because it already is like a silver looking dude. So that was part of the reason that I went with that. But I think in this new era where I'm just painting everything with this background and border, I think that this one with the oranges is looking pretty swell as well. And then I did just get this Black Catfish variant. I don't know what this means, if there's other Catfish variants, but she isn't. No, it can't be. Like, I don't know what this means, why this is a thing, but this is a Catfish Black Cat. That's very wacky. I do like wacky things, but I also like Black Cat chasing a ball of yarn. That's awesome. So we're going to go with that baby variant from Scotty Young. Wound up opening up the Fallen one as well because I also wanted Bastion. I just thought Bastion looked to be the most fun card coming out last season. You can see after picking up Bastion, I did some upgrades on Misery and Vicky Hand so that I could try to unlock the Orange Spirals and Orange Spiral fully, that deck. You can see I've got it on Prodigy here. Don't quite have it on Thena. My backup when I don't have Orange Spirals is Bananas because at a glance, maybe you don't know, or maybe you're playing on your phone or something. But then you can see I switched over to playing Invisible Woman First Steps and having a lot of fun with that in a deck that was also playing Bullseye and Dakin. And if you haven't seen my video on that already, I wound up getting 2 Infinity Avatars with that deck, and I think it's very good. Not much more to say about it other than that. Now I have a variant here for Drax. I like Luchador variants, so I will probably stick with this one. We can see how this one looks. I'm gonna keep hitting that button, like I said. We can see how this one looks, but yeah, we're sticking with the Luchador here. Then I unlocked Viv Vision pretty late into the season. As you can see, my web shop was like kind of bugged. So this is one thing that you will have to know, because I now get to give away 2 season passes every single season. And this season, I'm kind of going to give away 4, because at some point soon, I'm going to give away both of the season passes for this current season, and then I'm going to immediately start the giveaway for next season. So that way 2 people going into next season will be able to open up season passes on day 1. And then, during next season, I'll start to give away season passes for the season after that. So now that Marvel Snap is providing us with a guaranteed, well, they're giving me 3 season passes each season. I'm taking one of them, and I'm giving away 2 to my commenters. I'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. Similar things apply. I'm just going to ask for people to comment, but yeah, I'll get more into it in a little bit. But the reason I'm bringing that up now, the reason that Vision was unlocked so late into the season, if you win a season pass giveaway from anyone, anywhere, make sure at least once during the season, you load up your game first. If you first load up the web shop and use a code and buy the season or get the season pass with your code, and then you load up the game for the first time in the season, your account won't be synced up to the current season, and then when the web shop tries to send you the season pass, it'll like fail to send you the old season pass, and it just doesn't work, and then it has to be manually reviewed, and it's a hassle. So this is just a reminder, if you win any giveaways, make sure you at least log into your game before entering the code for the giveaway, and then go to the web shop and then do all that stuff, and it should all work as normal. So I eventually got Vision and started to complete some weekend missions with her. Oh boy, I lost so many games every time I tried to win with Vision. It just, I was not feeling it. I was mostly, and some weeks it was easier than others. Now, I was mostly playing what I had the most success with was Quicksilver, Domino, Vision, Wiccan. And I don't have Silver Surfer First Steps, which is like an important card in those deck lists. But still, she was just really, really not working for me. So I am happy that that season is over and I no longer have to play with Vision. Now we also have some more Vision variants to take a look at. I was using a Max Grek variant before, but, well, I'll just show this one off here right now as well, because we also picked up I believe these are called negative variants, and these are so cool. They're so close to being cool, but y'all probably know what the issue is with them. I mean, well, okay. And honestly, there you see the issue. Is like, this is not good. They needed to just make all of this whatever the background is. And I see why they can't do that, because it's a 3D asset that sits on top of the cape. But like, come on. Yeah, I mean, this is fine looking, but it really doesn't hold up once you start to put the borders on it. This is, it's fine, but it's like a little bit off. Honestly, this looked pretty all right because it was a pretty similar color, but I think they need to do more for these premium cosmetics and take a little time, because some people are spending real money to unlock these things. I'm not going to be using that Vision, of course. How does this Vision look? And with the orange rays. This is like a weird Iron Man. Well, Vision is always robot, right? But this kind of looks like the Spider-Man logo. Is that the... Okay, yeah, Vision doesn't normally have... this one kind of does. I'm going to go back to Max Grek, I think, which is also a little bit negatized, but that's because this Vision is going through a wall, right? Yeah, it's going through a brick wall here. I don't know. I don't love any of these. I'll play this one, sure. Why not? It's interesting, and we can gawk at how terrible it is. Pixel Blade. I like the Babby Blade instead. We also have Dan Hipblade, but we'll stick with that. And then here is the Dia de los Muertos Death. There was a code posted for this on the Marvel Snap Discord. Not sure what that is. If you are curious in this, I can look up and see if this code is still available to be used. I don't know if it was like a limited time redemption though or anything. I don't think it's that great either way. Pixel Dracula as well. If there's a Pixel Discard album, then we are making some progress there. Danger. This was from Deadpool's Diner, right? Yep, nothing else to say there. Mystique, but I don't ever see myself not using. This was like one of my very first variants that I unlocked in the game, and it's actually so much cooler with the actual artwork on it, to be fair. But yeah, just like the skulls, and I don't even know everything that's going on here, but I don't know like if this is a comic book cover or where this is from. But I don't see utilizing this Mystique. I mean, this one's also cool. It's the only one where she's like half cloaked, changing the color of her skin and face. But yeah, we're gonna stick with this one just for nostalgia purposes. Chibi Living Tribunal. That's fun. Chibi versus Dan Hip Living Tribunal. Actually, it might be Chibi. Why do I click that button every single time? Oh, I see why. How about this? Yeah, okay. Chibi Living Tribunal actually did play a decent amount with Living Tribunal last season alongside Human Torch. That was a fun deck. Doctor Doom Food Fight variant. I don't think that's beating the baby variant for me, where it's playing with little dolls of the Avengers. That's a lot of fun. Deadpool from the Diner. This was the main reward. I don't know. I don't feel like I like any of my Deadpool variants. Oh, you know what? Let's go for Headpool. Let's use the Headpool variant just because, I don't know, maybe that'll throw people off. Maybe they'll think that we're playing Headpool when we're actually playing Deadpool. I think that so the devs have said that they're like, they don't want to hold themselves beholden to like past variants, limiting them from creating future cards. And they don't want to remove cards from people's collection when people have spent money on splitting those cards and things like that. I hear ya. I think this should be an exception. And there's other things in the game like this that have happened. There's variants. There's like a symbiote Spider-Man variant where he's getting corrupted or something. And there's Captain America variants with Falcon, or there's Falcon variants where he's Captain America. I think that's what it has to be, right? So there's a few things like this already in the game, but this one feels like the most egregious one to me. But I'll use this version of Deadpool for now, I suppose. We also got all three of the variants from Deadpool's Diner. I got everything that you could get in Deadpool's Diner by the end of it, except for like, I think there were like distressed red borders or something. I let those go. This Juggernaut is not going to beat the Chicken Nugget Juggernaut. Colossus doesn't matter, not playing it regardless. And Domino, I mean, this one feels more unique because a lot of people just got this one. But yeah, I mean, I have been playing Domino a lot recently, so definitely something to consider. Here you can see I was playing, so these were splits on the Frankie Ray Nova deck that I was playing. Then I went back to splitting Bullseye a little bit. This is a variant for Cable that I mistakenly in a video recently said that you could unlock this with a code. You could unlock this with a code for like 4 hours, and now you can't. But in that time, I did unlock it with a code, and I got an infinity border on the avatar for it last season. I'll let you know when it comes back. I assume that they will put it back as a code at some point when the products release, though I do believe that the products have officially released now, or at least they're available for purchase. So this is like a real picture of a real Cable action figure that you can purchase, and there's like a whole set of them from Hasbro as like a new little Marvel toy run. So maybe when those ship, this code will be active again, but I don't know. I mean, the launch for these action figures is right now for purchase, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with that code, what the deal is there. I've got Venomized Hydra Bob, and I went with this Hydra Bob. I think it's fine. Pixel the Thing. I actually like this. Not that I would ever play with the Thing, really. Yeah, this was like such a letdown to give us a random The Thing variant when The Thing First Steps had released. But this was actually right before The Thing First Steps had released. Or no. No, that's not true. The Thing First Steps had released. Invisible Woman First Steps had not released. This should definitely be a variant for the other one. I mean, I guess it looks more like, not like the guy from the movie, but I don't know, could have had me fooled. Viv Vision, level 50 on the season pass. Forge. Yeah, looks like this is possibly my best Forge. Oh, I've got Hellfire Gala variant. Yeah, I like steampunk variants though too. That is a trick. We got to see both of these with the border or the background, with the rays. Because honestly, these both look good. Not the pixel. Oh, what is this? Like a mechanic? Yeah, this is also cute. I actually don't love it. It just kind of clashes in an awkward way. How about this one? This one I don't love because you can barely see the orange. Looks like he's like at a gas pump. Is that what this is? I imagine that's some type of gun with a crazy amount of ammunition. But I don't know. It looks like he's at a gas pump. He looks like a mechanic there. Let's go with this one. I like steampunk. Goes well with, like, not that I play Forge that much recently, but it goes with like the steampunk Hulkbuster. This used to be a card that Destroy played to pump up Deadpool's. Hasn't done that in a while. Jocasta then came out. And one other thing that I was going to bring up, so you're going to see now that I'm going to start splitting a bunch of cards that are in that Jocasta Bullseye Invisible Woman deck, but up until this point, I've basically like before this month, I've really just been splitting RSM, and every time I split it, I record a 5-second video clip on my phone, and I have 45 of those saved. So I figured, wouldn't 12 of them be a minute? So 36 would be, 36 would be 3 minutes. Oh, shoot. Okay. What if I make those 4-second clips? Then I can get, 15:45. Oh, okay. So I will trim all of those down into 4-second video clips, and I will make that's right? Yeah, I will make a YouTube short that is just me splitting RSM. I thought I was going to do it when I hit 60 of them, but I had done the math incredibly wrong on that. Or I make them down into 3-second video clips, and then I go for 60. That's also possible. But you know what? 45 is like a nice number, and then I can kind of wash my hands of it, because I think I kind of feel like I'm done splitting RSM. I did wind up getting one gold prism or gold diamond flare split, and then also one gilded prism finish. I would love to hit both of those on the same split, but that feels like such a crazy high roll. And we can see if I've gotten any other, I mean, this is spoilers for the video that I'm about to upload. Yeah, I got this one, Psychedelic plus Gold Diamond. That's one of my better ones. Is this Crackle plus? No, it's not. A lot of random ass splits here too. Gold Wakandan Tech on Refraction. What else did we get? Yeah, this one I think I just showed off. Frosted Glass plus Gold Diamond. I think I had one more Gold Diamond split though. Yes, oh, Fire plus Gold Diamond. And this is something you'd really have to consider, especially Fire. This RSM artwork is holding Fire. And then, like, would you ever want to throw I think it was up at the top. Yeah, would you ever want to throw a red Fire border on this? I don't know. There's a lot of really good RSM splits that I have. So I think I'm going to chill. I think I'm going to stop upgrading RSM for a little bit. I think down the line at some point, there will be some type of agency that you have over your splits. If there's like one really, really specific thing that you're looking for. And at that point, I will probably double guild my RSM, because again, like, RSM is the best possible thing to spend cosmetically on, because then it impacts all of the cards that you play in that deck. So yeah, I'm not saying that I'm done with RSM just yet, but I think I'm done basically for now. And I also unlocked a Diamondback. This is Chibi, right? Oh no, it's Creative Plus. Okay, so we will make this. I've not played Diamondback really ever. This was the Conquest variant, so we're nearing the end of our tour. I like Rhino. Like, well, I like the animal. I like the animal rhinos. So I kind of like Rhino. I mean, he's cool. He's unique. I feel like, didn't they like tease him at the end of a movie? And then that never came to fruition. I think that's what they did with Rhino. Vote Loki, of course, going to be the classic Loki that I stick with. Colleen Wing, what is this? Eduardo Francisco variant. We're going to keep the cat. And then speaking of cat, I got Stickers Goose. It's cute. It's cute. I like this one too. This one is just, yeah, it's a nice pose. And yeah, you see though this has the stripes too. I guess let's take a look at it. Did not click the wrong button that time, so I get points for that. Huh. Oh, that's great too, isn't it? And then this one, yeah, this one was also good, but I liked how the stripes lined up on this one. I think I'll go for this one. Let's go for Stickers Goose. I would probably like Cerebro 2 right now. Haven't actually played it, but I do think I would enjoy playing it. You get Red Guardian now in that deck, so yeah, that seems like a lot of fun. Which Red Guardian? Oh, I've got a Luchador Red Guardian. I also have a Dan Hip Red Guardian. This Michael Ivan one is not going to make the cut. That's tricky. I mean, this one looks so much more like the MCU guy. I don't know what that actor's name is. But then this one's a Luchador from the Top Rope Red Guardian. I mean, as a tech card, being a Luchador variant just makes a lot of sense to me. And then we're getting to what we saw in this video. I don't know if we saw this. I think this was from Alliance Rewards that I opened up last night. So we've got a Pixel Wasp. We've got X23 with the Kebabs. Is that going to be the X23 that I should play? Let's take a look. Not that one. That's the base variant. That's Dan Hip. Baby's cute. I like the blades coming out so far. How does this one look? Actually, I kind of like this one. That's a tough decision. Which of these? I have so many X23 variants. Kind of spoiled here. If I'm gonna play this X23, I feel like I should play a Deadpool that is eating a taco or a chimichanga in some capacity, and then the death eating the taco. Yeah, could you make a fully food fight destroy deck? Probably. Let's go with this one. I like this one. Kind of reminds me of the MCU actress there. I don't know her name. Symbiote Spider-Man, we could certainly sub in this one now too. Oh, I don't have the prisms yet, but I do have bananas now that I just unlocked this variant, so sure, we'll throw that in. I was playing a lot of Symbiote Spider-Man in Frankie Ray Nova. We have Black Cat. We looked at this one already. Oh no, we looked at the Black Catfish variant. We didn't look at the Dan Hip, but I'm going to stick with the Ball of Yarn. Havoc, this is a new variant for me for Havoc. So, yeah, we're just going to make this our custom card for right now. I have been playing a little bit more with Havoc recently, but Havoc notably was absent from my Invisible Woman First Steps plus Dakin deck, and the main reason for that is when you have a bunch of Invisible Women, like some of the clips I was using 100 or 30 end of turns to put Sunspot into over 100 power. Havoc, you can only use his ability 6 times. If you try to use it and you're out of energy, and that's across multiple Havocs too, so it's also not a good card to make multiple copies of with Frigga and Bastion for multiple reasons, but also if you have multiple of them in play, whichever one you played first will use all of your end of turn abilities on it, removing all of your max energy, and then if you don't have any max energy left, your second Havoc doesn't do anything. It's probably still a fine card for like those mid-tier games, but I've mostly cut it to just try to do other crazy over-the-top stuff with Jocasta. I'm going to show off one other Jocasta deck here though in just a moment. Oh, this is the Rocket Raccoon I was using. Okay, and then yeah, so this is Baby, and then I had this one. I think, oh no, this is Baby. Okay, I remember bringing up this decision in a previous video as well. Did we unlock? No, still did not unlock another the orange rays there. I like this. This is cute just because it's new. We've got the gun really popping out. I think we could go for it. All of these are silly. I kind of don't like the bananas. I think we're going to have to revisit Rocket Raccoon once we get once we get orange rays on our cards. Until then, not going to worry about it. We did get a Dan Hip Yondu. I think that is a clear inclusion. We also have, I believe this would be like a sports variant, right? That's not bad. That's funny. Yeah, we'll do this. Not that I ever play Yondu. I'm always on the RSM side of things. Same thing with Darkhawk. Never playing this one. Probably would go with Michael Ivan. Where's this? Is this from a season pass? Must be. The Chibi's fine. The Flaviano variant's fine. Now this is something that I wanted to talk about. I'm currently rocking the Dan Hip Sunspot, and I like it. I do like it. I think it probably works better with the cartoony nature of the orange rays. However, I do want to at least see what this looks like once I'm done navigating through this menu. I'll try it out. I'll try it out for a second. It is pretty bad arse. And then I did get one more Ghost Rider variant. I really like this Scotty Young variant though, so we are going to stick with that. Two other things to talk about here. The first will just be just showing off some deck lists, and this is a Jocasta deck that I have not really played with that much, to be honest, but somebody beat me with it in a recent Snap Judgments League tournament, and there's a lot of cool things that this deck can do. You can play Jocasta on turn 3, and then on turn 4 play Danger, and then activate Jocasta to just immediately Danger activate and kill something, and then you can still activate danger again on turn 5 or 6 to clear out something else. The other thing that you can do is you can use danger to clear out room for your opponent on the final turn of the game, so that way you can juggernaut a card into that location. I've done that like twice with this deck, because one of the ways to play around Juggernaut is to have all of your locations be full, so there's nowhere for your things to go, and Juggernaut and Danger rather gives Juggernaut a place to send things. But the biggest thing that, this is going to sound so silly, but I was just totally missing about this deck is that, well, now I'm not going to be able to show it. The thing fantastic for first steps is an end of turn card. That's very straightforward, but it is actually pretty nice to just have a big card. Like, you don't need to use the part where you destroy an enemy card here. You can, and that's fun and good. But you can also just combine this with Jocasta and Invisible Woman first steps, and then it gets pretty big. If you activate both of them, then it will get +8 at the end of the turn, so it'll be 16 power on your card that you spent 5 on. It's still a lot to spend on a card, but I'm definitely more excited about the card after having played with it a little bit. And yeah, Spider Ham is just in here. One other interaction to consider, Herbie will lock in his mode when you activate him. So Herbie has 4 modes, as we know. He's fully moded, and if you use the double this card's power, it will then stay on that mode, and if you use a Jocasta or multiple Jocastas, then Herbie will keep doubling up on his power. So that can actually make your Jocasta location a really big threatening location as well. If you've got Jocasta, Herbie, Prodigy, Invisible Woman, then you're gonna get, I don't know, whatever that is, like 15 end of turn effects or 20 or 10 end of turn effects at another location. And then Herbie's also going to get really big. So yeah, that can just be another way to spread your power out. I do think that a deck like this could still be interested in something like, you know, a Lasher, or I've seen Scarlet Spider, and I've also seen, the big one is Omega Sentinel, that people have played. I could see wanting just another card to combo with Jocasta specifically. This deck actually does not play Prodigy. This is not something that I have played a ton with. I'll show you what I have played a ton with, though, is this deck. Just as a reminder, if you haven't seen it in my recent content, I think that Bastion and Moon Girl are the weakest pieces of the deck. If you're looking to potentially cut and try to put an Omega Sentinel in this deck, I don't think that that is a crazy idea, to be honest. And then this was my main deck in Deadpool's Diner, and this deck's just a lot of fun. And those are the main things that I was playing last season. But for this current season, I have not played that many games. You can actually see that I have not played 10 games yet this season, despite being at almost rank 80. That's because I've won every single game that I've played this season, and I've played every single game this season with Destroy. And I have really not given this deck a shot since the addition of Moira X, and I think I'd like to. We gotta switch in our new custom cards here. And then what still needs the, oh, Agony needs it, but she doesn't have it, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna need to split Agony a little bit, and then I'm going to need to split Moira X a few times. And I think I will possibly just get to Infinite with this deck this season. I'd like to learn a little bit more about it, see if Headpool could actually be good, though I'm not going to be buying Headpool just to play it. I think that just Moira X is probably the boon that this deck needs. But if you wanted to, you could cut the Wolverine for Headpool. Just not convinced that that is correct to do. I think that Moira X does make this deck considerably more powerful, though, and I'd like to try that out. I'd also like to, I think, just show it off right now, too. I think we're going to play a game with Destroy. Have I done this yet today? Yes, I have. But I don't need these things. What I needed to do was upgrade Jocasta. We'll include that in the video. And then I'm close. I'm gonna finish off this RSM as well. And maybe include that. Ooh, nice. We are going to get to some more collector's tokens here, and we will go split that RSM, and then I'm going to play one game with Destroy, and then I'm going to talk about some details for my giveaway. I have to imagine that we are close to game 10. This might only be like game 8. I really have not played much this season at all, and I also wasn't snapping. I think it would be fun to see how few of games you could play to hit infinite, but let's play it out here with Destroy and see what happens. I've gotten a lot of really, really good Moira X hands so far, so hopefully the streak can stay alive and I can get some more goodies with that. Wolverine Venom, not a great Moira X hand, but we do get the turn 1 Wolvie, so that's good. And we have to watch our snaps because my opponent is representing Hydra Bob. That is something certainly to consider. They're going to snap off the rip, and you know what? The streak is dead. Let's retreat. I don't love my hand, and if my opponent's going to snap, I'm just going to retreat. I think that that's good manners here regardless. Is that game number 10? That's my question. Yes, it is. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to play anymore. I am just going to tell you, I'll have some YouTube shorts out with Destroy probably in the coming days. But for my YouTube shorts not my YouTube shorts, for my giveaway, sticker Squirrel Girl. Wait, this is awesome. This is a really, really cute one. I love that. Mastery. Okay, well, if I ever play Squirrel Girl again, I have got the variant. I've got the sauce. You know what? I'm just going to load up a game while I talk about this. So I've been putting out other content as well, and I've always been a little bit on the variety end of things, and I've always played multiple games on this channel, but my Demon Bluff videos I've brought up in the last month. They've been doing really well. We're just going to snap on this one. Turn 1. My Demon Bluff videos have been doing very, very well, which means that I've been getting a lot of comments on those videos, and when I go to do my giveaways, it is really, really difficult to see which comments just belong to the Marvel Snap to try to roll for giving away things, and YouTube really doesn't help. I don't think they want to encourage giveaways. They want the comments to be authentic and stuff like that, which, I get that. But all of that basically is just to say what will really help me on future giveaways is including a code word in comments. So that way I can just search that code word and give away just to the people that are commenting on my Marvel Snap videos. So I think what I'm going to do is say, if you want to be... What should we play here? I definitely want the extra energy before my opponent grabs it. We can do this. I don't even know if I'm going to need the extra energy, but I really just want X-23 or Wolverine to get over here. Yeah, sure, this is fine. Maybe I should save Nico, though. Could do this and this. That's not great. I'll do this and this. It's fine. I don't think they're going to fill White Hot Room this turn. If they do, I think we're looking pretty good. So what I'm going to say, and I haven't really decided the word, let's say snap. I think that's going to be the easiest word. You have to say the word snap, and if you do, you will be entered into a giveaway to win season passes and packs bundles and borders, whatever I'm giving away. Oh, that's clutch. Havoc into White Hot Room, so that way they can start eating up that energy. That is really fun. I only need to win one location though, and I feel like I should be able to do it. Do I want to do this? That's not that great. I guess I do play this here, huh? Nah, I should kill the Wolverine. Let's do this. Oh, but that's more point. No, I just need to win White Hot Room. Let's just full commit to White Hot Room. Sorry. A little distracted here, but yeah. So you can use that in any context. Oh, bummer. Bummer. Scarlet Spider's going to get me. All right. Not a huge deal. But yeah, just comment the word snap. You can use it in any context. You can say, I would have snapped there. You can just leave a comment, and then at the very end of the comment, just say the word snap. That's totally fine. We're going to have to retreat here, unfortunately. But that's just going to make it so much easier for me to find the Marvel Snap comments as opposed to the comments on any of my other content. And yeah, that was just getting like really difficult for me to do. My opponent also retreated. All right, fair enough. We don't quite remain undefeated, I wouldn't say. Oh, I really want to hit 80. We can hit 80 in this video. That's only 5 cubes, right? Let's finish off by hitting rank 80 with Destroy, I think. And yeah, the video I think is done. Other than that, you're free to leave. Just leave your comment and say the word snap, and you'll be entered in for a season pass for this season and next season, and packs bundles and packs borders and a bunch of fun stuff there. +1 energy if your side of this location is full. Nico plus Agony is fun, but we are definitely going to go with Agony onto Head Pool here. I don't think we snap to this, but it is exciting to throw Agony on Head Pool. I've seen that this is something people are doing recently. Seems pretty good. Not going to do it this turn, though, but next turn. Yeah, that throws off my curve a little bit. I can probably still snap, though. If I get the +2 cards mode or the double a card, I get nothing. I get absolutely nothing from that. All right. Nothing we can do about it. And that's it. Video's over. Video's over. Oh, gosh. You know what? That is a pretty fun place to end the video. So video is officially over now. I'm 4 cubes away from hitting 80, but we're not topping that. And even though the video's over, we can do a small bonus segment here because I forgot that my Thena was upgradable. Or not Thena, Jocasta. So if anybody's curious what this is and what it unlocks on the mastery track. Mastery. Nice! We get Raise. Oh, that is huge. Jocasta is bananaed no longer. Great. She looks beautiful. Bonus segment. That Squirrel Girl unlocked the 2 premium borders on the Walk It, Talk It, Pocket album. Yeah, that's great. I mean, this is just bonus. This is cool. This is cool too. I like all of these. Agony, I need an Agony variant. Black Cat I don't love. I've got a good one. It's hard to tell if I like these or not. Okay, that's cute. Honestly, that's cool too. Lady Sif, I didn't even know who that was. Nah. Lockjaw, sure. Scarlet Witch, fine. Maybe in color it would look better, but I think the Squirrel Girl one is actually the best one. And yep, let's grab the borders. 2 copper metallic. All right, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm NoLucksGiven. Peace.